Good morning, everyone. My name is Carly Bell. I am with Zenergy in Sun Valley, Idaho. I am coming to you today with several concepts, and hopefully, we'll do several videos in 5 to 10 minute segments giving you helpful information to help you have vitality forever. For those of you that don't know me, I have been in the fitness industry as a professional personal trainer, corrective exercise specialist, nutrition guide, speaker, author, and so forth since 1999. So, through my experience, education, and background, I'm hoping to give you some wonderful concepts that resonate with you and follow your own truth. So, if this doesn't land for you, it's okay. I'm just here to help and share. Let's begin. So today I'm going to discuss with you just one concept of food and nutrition, and maybe it's a subject that people are becoming more and more aware of, but it's actually been around forever, pretty much since the beginning of time with the human existence, and that is not just what to eat, but when to eat. So I'm going to talk to you about nutrient timing and how that relates to your age and how you are growing as a being and you wanting to live your best life. So I think all of us want to have some longevity and vitality and health and well-being, living to a ripe old age with, brain function, physical prowess, and fun. So let's begin. I'm going to talk to you literally about this specific. And again, this concept is important. Please do not hate on someone else's food choices. Food to most people and what they believe is healthy is as a religion is. Your belief and what you believe is correct is not necessarily more important or better than someone else's. And so with that being said, know that I have no judgment on people's food choice. You can be a carnivore, a vegan, a vegetarian, a pescatarian, a Mediterranean, whatever food choice you have. This is just a concept on when to eat. So, number one, which is similar to intermittent fasting, eat for your age. Nutrient timing along with what you eat matter more than you could ever realize. Only one part of your food and your nutrition is your actual diet or consumption of your macronutrients, which is your carbs, your fats, and your proteins. The other part is actually when you eat. Instead of breaking down all these hormonal responses, because there's a plethora and all the scientific research, I'm going to just keep it really simple for today. Just understand this, your biggest takeaway. As we age, our ability to turn over our cells, recover, and digest slows down. We all know this. When we age, things slow. So in order to match that slowing process, we need to consume less often than we used to, obviously, as a child. So imagine this, you look at a kid running around, you see how fast they move and how quick they're moving. You're not going to have an 80-year-old moving around the same regard. So therefore, giving yourself some time to process and digest food is really key. Many of you are already fully aware that when you consume food, it is one of the most stressful things that you do day in and day out. And it starts actually with our major senses. Just from our nose smelling the food, we actually have a sensory system, a hormonal exchange happening in our brain. Then we taste the food. Our taste buds decipher whether it's sweet, sour, salty. And then we decide whether it needs to go into storage usage or whatever. And it's just a long and lengthy process. And that's not even talking about the actual physicalness of it, the mastication, the digestion, the breakdown, and so forth. I'm tired just talking about it. So truly kind of remember this, and this is just a general rule that when you're 5 years and younger, you're going to have 6 to 10 small meals a day, all throughout the day, because this is your rapid growth period. When you're 10 to 5, you're going to have generally around 5 to 7 small meals per day. When you're 10 to 15, you have about 5 to 6. When you're 15 to 22 years old, it's approximately 4 to 5 meals per day. When you're 22 to 32, it's about 3 to 4. When you're 32 to 42, it's about 2 to 3, depending on how active you are. And truly, anybody that's above 50 really needs to only consume about once or twice a day. Now, I'm not talking about calorie exchange or anything like that. I'm just talking about how often you need to eat. And the reason that is that you need to allow your body to break down the foods that it's consuming. And if your body's cellular turnover and your digestion is slower, you got to give yourself time to break all those foods down. Now, intermittent fasting is definitely something I believe in. And there's several ways to do intermittent fasting. And I know it's kind of all the craze right now, but it's been around forever. And Ori Hoflemaker really stamped it again and put it onto paper about 25 years ago, and has, in my opinion, been the grandfather of intermittent fasting. There's some real truth with it, especially for adults that have stopped the growth patterns in their system. Their body is just now sustaining and trying to increase its longevity. So, intermittent fasting is the most talked about diet right now. It is a way of eating that designates periods of time for eating or for fasting. And no signs suggest an interest is waning in IF. If it's in different forms, and it's just the way it is. It's holding strong in many viable ways for longevity. There's a couple different approaches to it. For intermittent fasting, there's the 16-8 ratio, which is the most common, and that is where people are fasting for approximately 16 hours a day, and essentially that's just skipping breakfast and having 2 main meals in the day. No snacking in between. So let's say that you were to break your fast at around 11, you would make sure that your last meal was around 6 to 7. No snacking in between. And then another way of intermittent fasting is to actually do the 5-2, where 5 days of the week are spent eating normally and 2 days are spent fasting. And with that fast, on those 2 days, you're only consuming about 500 to 600 calories on those days. Now, the benefits for people are weight loss, reduced blood pressure, reduced inflammation, lower cholesterol. It's better outcomes for stroke survivors. It has scientific research for boosted brain function. It's cancer protection. It increases cell turnover. It reduces insulin resistance. It helps activate your ghrelin hormone. So, and there's great detail to all of these factors that really, really are beneficial to all of us. So on your own, I'm going to encourage you to research more about it, study it. If it lands for you, it lands for you. Whatever your diet choices are, intermittent fasting can fit in with that, whether you're vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, carnivore, and keto, paleo, you name it, it fits in. And again, I want to say I recommend it for adults, not children. So that's your information of the day, a concept to study and research. I hope that you found this information valuable. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me directly. Again, my name is Carly Bell. You can contact me at Carly, Carly, at vitalityforever.org. And thank you to Zenergy, and thank you to everyone. Bye-bye.